Okay. Make sure it sounds off. Oh. Everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene. Sorry about that. And I see Brian K is grousing around on my channel, complaining again, like always. Today, of course, we are streaming on both Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. So I've got, again, the two chats to follow. And so we will be following both chats. And so let's get started with this, if we can. And I'll put the overlay on so you can see me here in the corner at the same time. So switch this over here. Oh yeah, then put the phone number up too, and then let's get started. So let's dissolve into here, and you can see me here on the corner, and you can also see me. Make sure you minimize the screen and not close it by mistake. That would be a real disaster to everybody. Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be. Okay, so we have our Facebook, and we have our Twitch, and we have our, but I don't know how big is easy is going to see it on the screen. So that's why I got my phone with me today, because I'm going to check it as we go, because last time we did this, we had no way to follow the content. And I got a hunch that Brian K is going to be sitting there biatching his way around like always. Let's see. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Okay, I see it as past lives or is it current live streams? Like usual. Oh, it's here. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm going to go to current. I want to stay on live stream. I want to go to done. I want to go to current live now. I want to see what's playing, and I'm just take a quick look here. And I started a little early. Okay, I see it past lives or is it current live streams? Okay, it looks. No, it's here. Yeah. It looks readable. Okay. That's a good start. That's always a good start. No, I want to go to current. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at the Twitch side of it. And for those of you who are new to this, as I am, you will notice that we are using the new software that we have chosen to replace the original Google Hangouts on Air, only because Google Hangouts on Air was extremely limiting to most content that I was doing. And I just wanted to, okay, there's the stream. Shows right there. Let's see if Twitch will play it. It's on air only because Google Hangouts on Air was extremely limiting to most content that I was doing. And I just wanted to... Yeah, it's playing fine. It's playing fine. Okay, there's the stream. Shows right there. So how do you stop this? It's on air only because Google Hangouts on Air... Jane, how do you stop this crazy thing? I got it. Okay, so we know it's going out. Okay, it's a great start. So we have both streams going out right now. And we are taking phone calls, but not right at the second. So, well, you just put the number up, so you might as well get the phone ready to take phone calls. Yeah, okay. Let's keep the phone low enough so it don't make me jump me on a year's growth here. Last time it rang so loud and so fast and so furious that I got totally hornswoggled and with the phone. So we can see there's a phone number below. There's my face, and this software lets me. You can see I'm doing here. I can turn this off and hit cut There you go. I don't need the phone number, or I can get rid of my face and still maybe keep the phone number as I'm doing here. Okay, and that's it. So now we got the screen the way I want it to look. Eventually, I'm going to be changing the software so I can, be careful not to do the wrong button. Yeah, that would suck. No kidding. Okay, so anyway, here is, let's see how Mr. Flash Live Media Encoder is doing today. It's not coming up. I see that. Okay, some reason it's not showing up on the screen. I hope it didn't crash. Yeah, that would kind of suck. That would suck. But, well, let's see. Does this thing show audio going out on this thing? Yep, it certainly does. So it's going out there. It's going out, that's good. Alright, so basically we have is a whole new system set up. And this came to a studio. But Adobe FMLE isn't showing up for some reason. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. Oh, wait, I see why. Okay. I'm in the wrong screen. Okay. Okay, I'm looking here. I'm seeing 18 frames per second. I'm seeing a very nice data rate at 860, 917. I increased the rate quite a bit because thanks to YouTube or T-Mobile I was able to do so. Output at 18 frames per second. No drop frames right now. That's great. That's what I wanted to see. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted to see. No drop frames means that our I/O is working. So, so let's see. Any questions on either one? Not yet. Well, let me send the message to both screens. We are now live. Please join us in chat. Okay. Okay. And I can send the same message to Twitch side of things too. Okay. We are, oops, I gotta highlight the screen. Okay. We are now live. Please join us in chat. Okay, now, for those of you who wanted to know what Brian K was grousing about, without jamming up the chats and screwing everybody up, I am going to share it with you on the phone here. And I'm going to speak about what he had to say. I read it real quick this afternoon, or just when it came up, so I figured I might as well show it to you. I gotta wait for the Google Hangouts to load up here. As I said, he does nothing but complain. He says, you ban censor your audience. Gee, that's funny, because no one's being banned or censored right now. 2, you do not prepare for live streams. Wrong, I was ready 5 minutes before. 3, you do not respond to feedback. Excuse me? Michelle responds to feedback more than you think. Asshole. Okay, don't get too rude. Well, okay, fine. It just it really get kind of irritating that he should think that way. Yeah. And C, you don't believe in God. Excuse me? Michelle believes in God. I certainly do. You don't archive the entire chat. Hey, what do you think I'm doing right now? On 2 different feeds simultaneously. You attract the people of peace. Well, excuse me, but he has a right to be part of the streams just as much as you do. You cater to the lowest common denominator. Are you talking about yourself, Brian K? You ramble about boring YouTube policies? Not always. Nope, not always. Let me go get a napkin so we can blow our nose here because our nose is running. you know, Brian K., you are absolutely out of touch with everything that has to do with everything that we do. Ah, my nose is running. So, you know, that's just plain disgusting. What is runny nose? No! Oh. Him! Oh. Because of his allegations are totally not based upon fact. He's not based on fact. He's based on total BS. No kidding, I'm kidding. Oh, stop that. You know, you would think, oh, okay, Michelle, hey, you know what? I'm a good person. I'm going to do the right thing. Okay. Glad you like to do the right thing, Brian K. Why don't you start by realizing that I don't just ramble about boring YouTube policies. What a tosser. Speaking of Rhonda, I tried calling Rhonda, but she's not available. Oh, I already explained why. She's got issues in her life right now. I cannot at the liberty to divulge, but it's just the nerve of these people. The nerve of these people. I just cannot believe. You know, what a real tosser. I mean, I can't understand why anybody would say that to anybody. So right now, like I said, I'm waiting for the comments that he didn't even bother to say anymore. No, because he's a freaking tosser. That's why he doesn't even want to talk to anybody. He's just, I mean, it's just not fair to him to say those horrifically nasty things. And you know, on YouTube and my channel here, look, the fact of the matter is that we create content, okay? Content creators, we have to deal with this BS every time somebody says something terrible. Sounds like he's getting you mad. A little bit. Yeah, well, I wouldn't get mad about it. No, I agree with you. It's too bad I can't tell how many people are actually watching. Because you see, with Google Hangouts on air, I could tell. Okay, I could probably tell to some extent if I switch the screen back over to the other software program. Nope, so it's just us, right? Yep. Okay, so, let's take a look at something. I want to take a look at Chrome, guys, and take a look at the window. This can potentially crash everything. It tends to do that. Oh, that's Google Hangouts. I know that. I was going to try calling Rhonda originally. No. You think she wants to talk? I don't know. I have no idea if she'll talk. I don't know what her schedule is. I don't know what she's up to. I've been, let's try, let's see, I'm going to call her, okay, let's see if she's up to talking today. Now, this is not the Google Hangouts on air, that's just the other program. This is the standard, so, let's see here. Okay. And I'm going to minimize the screen only because I don't want to get this thing too crazily confusing. Let's see. Okay. What is... You think that she's, that's her email address. That's the way she's known as now? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if she's around here. Okay, we're just gonna send her a page and see if she's sending it. Okay. So we're just like, I don't know if she's necessarily gonna be able to speak to me. She got one of my comments and she couldn't understand when I said some time ago. So it's kind of an interesting typo. Yep. It was interesting, but okay. Okay. So let me see if I can get her to answer. Let's see if I can call her. I'll turn the sound down. Oh, you'll blow my ears in for sure. You got it? Okay. This is probably the most stressful way to do things because this poor computer doesn't have a lot of core, and so it's trying to do all these feeds at once. So, okay. So let me just turn the camera on. Okay. Hello? Oh, okay. She's not available. So, okay, so that takes care of that question. Yep, it takes care of that question. Okay, so let's go back to the chats and see what the constipated cows are up to. Alright, so right now, no one's here. Again. So, why does he keep pulling up what program is this? Defrag? I don't know why he does that. I don't know. Sometimes this computer has a mind of its own with the mouse. It's like my fingers like slam on buttons or something. As long as you don't slam on the one that hangs up the phone. Yeah, that'd suck. No kidding. Yeah, that would suck. Just closing some of these extra windows here to keep this back channel from getting too jammed up with I/O. Okay, so back to the two chat screens. So now as far as how this all works, I do have to be honest that I have been watching the streams going for a while, and I can tell you, let's take a look at over here, see what it's doing here. Not bad. No dropped frames. That's excellent. 100%. 100% excellent. Okay. So I'll minimize my screen again. So, okay, we have Deborah. How are you doing today? Did you know what happened? Well, when I found out that they already have a whole slate of Republican contenders for the nomination, I decided not to call because I don't think we got about 6 to 8 candidates. It's not like they're going to be short on candidates. I think I realistically kind of got into it a little bit too late for to put my name in the ring anyway. I think I should have put it in 2016, and I didn't, unfortunately, because there's a whole slew of candidates now for the Republican Party. Mr. Walker sounds like the best of the bunch because he seems to have his act together. He's kind of like a Donald Trump in a sense on the local level. And yeah, but they already did the second debate. How am I supposed to run in as a late last minute candidate? I mean, there's no way I can get the necessary stuff together now. Can I? Really? I can't afford to do that. There's no money for that. Running as an independent candidate is extremely expensive. And we both know that with the exception for Lowell Weicker, majority of the people who run as independents are not likely to win the governor seat. No, it really is not likely to happen. It's a shame, but it's true. Yeah. Anyway, how does the picture look on your side of the system? I'm talking about Deborah Adams on the YouTube side. The Twitch side, there's nobody talking. Nobody's talking on Twitch. So, how does the picture look for you, Deborah? Can you see me? Can you see this? Can you see the chat screen clearly? Just jump to you. Jump to me. Yeah, okay. I'm going to switch this camera over to me so people can see me instead of just the chat. I got a bunch of people that kind of said to me is this. Here we go. I'm going to switch this in over here. Cut this all off. Okay. I guess. Alright, so you can see me now. I'm in the screen and, yeah. Alright, so let me minimize this screen. It looks good. Glad to see that. Okay. Right now, I'm having a hard time getting the Twitch side of things going. For some reason, the Twitchers are not really chatting right now. You only have one Twitch person. I know that, but really? Yeah. Let's see. Plus size. Think. No, that's not what I want to do. Come on, give me a break. Okay, so anyway, basically I got he's having a live stream. I just got done watching Alex Jones. Alex Jones has always got a live stream going. When does Alex Jones never have a live stream going? He's always got a live stream going. He's got bigger network than me. What I should do is, remember one thing, guys. Please remember this. That the fact of the matter is, let me see if I can make these screens a little bit bigger here. Okay, not that much because I always gets confused with the taskbar at the bottom of the screen. Is we got both the Twitch screen open and we have the YouTube screen open. And, so things could get a little bit ugly over here. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so let me maximize this screen a bit. By the way, Brian K's been prowling around in the chat area. So, he's grousing and complaining, in case you wanted to know that. There we go. Yeah. So, he's having a live stream too. Hi, Michelle, Debbie. I just done one Douglas Jones, okay. People, peace. Perhaps running for governor is not her purpose. I don't think it is, honestly. No, Michelle's more of an educator. That's what she does on the other side. She's an educator. She's a teacher. On the other side, that's what she does. When she's home on the other side, she teaches. Right. And that's what she's doing here. Just channel. She's trying to share and educate people. I have to admit that I really kind of want to know why Brian K is sitting there and complaining. He's an idiot. No kidding. Yeah, if you guys are wondering what me and Lumi are complaining about, Brian K is commenting on some of my videos, and what are you trying to do? I'm trying to see if I can make the Twitch stream bigger. There's nobody even on there except for your note. Okay, not saying you wouldn't be good at it. Yeah, but you know what, though? I'll be honest. Being a governor is also is a job where you just have to be willing to deal with all kinds of crazy people. And, yeah, I know. And he's still bullying me. Let me read you what he said on the comment section. I commented a while ago. Don't worry, put my phone. It's right there. Okay. I'll just read it off my phone here, since that way I don't have to worry about making a mess of the chats. Because I'm just getting these working right. He says, 1. You ban censor your audience. 2. You do not prepare for streams, which is ironic because it was actually on here 5 minutes to 7. 3. You do not respond to feedback. 4. Rhonda, which isn't even on right now. 5. You don't archive entire chat. It's just kind of bullshit. Considering both Twitch and this are both seeing the stream simultaneously. 6, you don't believe in God. Excuse me? That part's so stupid. It's ridiculous. Your brand is e-begging. No, my brand is me. Actually, Michelle doesn't have a brand. 8, you attract people like people of peace. You're right, he is an idiot. I'm talking about Brian K. He's an idiot, not you. 9, you cater to the lowest common denominator. Oh, Brian K., would you call yourself much better? 10, you ramble about boring YouTube policies. Oh, he is so dead. Oh, yeah, he can resist. He said, 11, bonus, you ask your audience for advice, then ignore their responses. By the way, I also contacted YouTube's creators program today. I sent them a message about the new policies, just to let you know, and I'm waiting for a response. And I said to them nicely, I says, you know, those of us who've been on YouTube a long time, really, you know, like in my case, over 10 years, and I sent them a copy of my screen and my status report. I said, can you honestly say that for people who have been around since 2010, that your changes to the YouTube partner program makes any honest sense? and I'm waiting for a response to it. And I gave them a copy to today's video. I said, why don't you do this? I said, people who have been around for as long as I have no copyright strikes, no policy strikes, have always maintained, follow the rules of YouTube. We're small channels, we don't have a lot of content. Don't you think that's a little bit unfair to say to somebody they're not doing the right thing or something? What do you think? If YouTube has half a brain, they would realize that you got some valid points there. Yeah, I guess who people PC hangs out with, by the way. I wanted to let you know. I don't know anything about this guy. Well, she's not here right now, so... So at this point, I don't really think it would be so fair. Clarify 23242. Start speaking about people that are not here to speak for their own regards. By the way, how many people are actually watching the stream on Twitch right now? Obviously, I don't think anybody is. I don't think so either. It's too bad because Michelle's streaming on both simultaneously tonight. But because, unfortunately, Restream.io is not one of the whitelisted things for T-Mobile's data stash binge on, I don't know if we'll be able to stream to Twitch every day. I don't really think I'm going to get into that right now, guys. Honestly, at this point, she hasn't bullied me, so I don't think I want to start doing conjecture like that right now. And I would respectfully ask that you also give her a little respect, too. Unless she starts... I am going to be watching all of the moderators. I got rid of most of the people's wrenches. I only have... Lumi's got a wrench, I got a wrench, Rhonda's got a wrench, but that's about it. But Rhonda hasn't been around lately. Right, Rhonda hasn't even been here, so, at this point, I removed the wrenches from everybody else because people were actually erasing each other's comments, and including, one of my users came to me and said, why are people erasing my comments? I said, I don't know. I said, and then one of them said, well, this one was doing it, and of course I took care of that matter, and that person lost the wrench. Several other people, I felt that there was just a little bit too many moderators for a channel this size and this content level, so I said, no, I don't need to have all these wrenches around. This is ridiculous. No one's going to really be sitting around watching on these YouTube videos anyway. So I don't really have need all these moderators running around and potentially making headaches. It could be, that's just it. Rivera is a very common name, and I don't really think we should start judging people. And I think that at this point, that is just the kind of thing that could potentially stir up all the horrible things that happened in November and January, and I just don't want to go there. Or December. Definitely not December. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hi, Rhonda, how you doing? I sent you a chat, but obviously I don't have the chat open right now. So this is easier, I guess, because you can type instead of having to... No, I don't. No, that's the reason why I got rid of a lot of the extra moderators. There was just too many, and there was just not enough people to for them to really moderate over. So, anyway, Rhonda, how's Brent doing? I'm doing fine. Tonight, for those of you who may not have realized, on the, actually, yes, let me see if we get the screen on here. No, you have it on you. I have it on me. Oh, okay, so let me change the screen over to the desktop. And, let's see. We're using a different software program for this. There we go. Dissolve. There we go. Now we can sell the chat, guys. Let me minimize the screen. Eventually, I'm going to get a computer with a second display so I can keep my controls. Maybe I should get one with a touch screen. Yeah. A touch monitor? Yeah. It's not a bad idea. All right. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. By the way, now you can see, I want to show you the desktop here. The screen on the left side is the YouTube side. The screen on the right side that says Twitch is the Twitch side. Right now, I don't see any Twitch comments at this point. I'm doing fine. It's just been, you know, like Michelle said, is we're just trying some new things and stuff like that. And, you know, it just, you know, this is all new to us. Because there was nothing wrong with the Google Hangouts on here. It's just that we found it was a little bit limiting, and we wanted something that was a little more advanced. I haven't talked to Sherry in a while, people of peace, at all. I have no way to know how she's doing. Yeah. By the way, Rhonda, would you ever like me to try to call you in Google Hangouts? Because I've been trying to contact you both on and off the air. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to reach you. Because I was growing concerned because we used to talk a lot off the air and I haven't been able to reach you. I don't really think that want to go into what Sherry said to my landlord. That's kind of something that I just kind of want to put aside. That's personal, and I don't really think we need to go there. I understand that. I heard some of your notes on Facebook about what's going on. And I'm really sorry that your insurance company's been giving you a hassle about it, too. Yes, I know. I was thinking is if you feel up to it, I could probably put you on Hangouts right now. We could talk right now while we're still talking on here if you feel up to it. Because it's no big deal. Because I can just go ahead and just pop up the regular personal chat. And then we can talk. And, of course, they'll be able to hear the sound on here. But we can also still talk anyway privately. So you just let me know and I'll fire it up. I was going to try contacting you. I can believe it. So I mean, obviously, you know, what do your kids think about this situation? I mean, obviously, it's a family matter. It's dragging on, but it is a fairly intensive surgical procedure that happened to his leg. Oh, okay, right. And we know what happens with the internet, right? You know what I was going to say was when we get a chance, maybe me and you should have a chance to talk again in private. Where did you say you want to move before England or Kentucky or something? I was thinking a couple things. Oh, wait, I want to go to Kentucky. No, I'm not going to go to Kentucky. Well, there's a lot to worry about. But let me answer people's question. I was thinking about if the Brexit issue finally gets resolved, is I would like to consider moving to the United Kingdom. So, well, I don't know how much money you got saved up, but it's going to cost money. But what I would say is, to Rhonda is, yeah, I'll kind of give you a call, or no, wait, I've got one better. You try calling, you try paging me when you're free, okay? I will get you a little page on Hangouts, and then I will try to call you back when you're free, because that'll be easier. But anyway, people, peace. As far as going to Magicori, are you going to fly, or are you going to take a ship to go there? Where is Magicori? I don't really remember. Oh, it's not nearby. Okay. That's cool. Rhonda says I will. So, yeah, that's easy, like I said, just type at me and then give me a time when you want me to try to call you. I'll call you back at that time. And so, when I get my own job in a year or two, I believe I will manage. A job. What kind of job do you plan to get, people of peace? I mean, what kind of career do you want? Yeah, $2,400. I mean, $1,200 a month. I mean, $1,200 a year. That's $1,200. Yeah, $1,200 a year. Oh, okay. All right. Because I know where Fatima is. You know, I wonder, would it be cheaper to take a ship instead of fly? Because I never really felt comfortable in a plane. Yeah, well, it's because there's more fuel used. But again, you know, I'm sure that if, you know, in my case, I always like traveling by ship and by train. So I never really enjoyed flying by plane. Especially for a trip of that length, because you're going to basically feel like a pretzel in most modern airline seats. I've always found that to be one of those things that just kind of irritates me. It's the fact that when you get crammed in like sardines in an airplane. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, trust me. And at least if you're traveling by train, you can, you know, within the continental United States and in Canada, obviously, you can walk around the train car and stuff like that. Go to the dining car, go to the lounge car, or if you're taking a cruise ship or whatever, you can, you know, travel in style. It may take longer, but then you can walk around the ship and it's nice. Across the Atlantic every day now to different European destinations, and too, from what I understand, flights have gotten a lot cheaper. Well, I don't know about that. You still gotta deal with the stupid Transportation Safety Authority here in the USA, and they're gonna want you to take off your shoes, and you potentially have to go through a cavity search, and that's no fun. Yeah, Michelle's got a lot of cavities. Yes, I did. I mean, what kind of job would you like to be doing for your career? That's a great question. Well, I mean, like if you know, because you're still fairly young. I mean, you obviously are hopefully training for a job or something, right? I mean, you're not just doing nothing. Let's see how many people are in chat here. Oh, let's see. Participants. Let's see. I see Rhonda, me, and people peace. Well, at least it's better than yesterday. Yesterday, I came out here and I sat on here and, well, maybe you're so lucky. But like I said, I would like to get a temporal visa and go to the UK eventually and start jobs. hopefully, if it is God's will, I want to get into education assistance. Okay, so obviously you're gonna get you have to get your teaching certificate, and that shouldn't be too hard. I'm looking for doing part-time e-business, maybe mailing, making tie-dye shirts, or making necklaces. It's funny you should mention that because that's what Sherry makes. And if you contact Sherry, she makes that kind of stuff. Yeah. How do you contact Sherry? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, Facebook is the easiest way to contact Sherry Heaton Love, or Sherry Love, is on Facebook. She's on Facebook. It's exactly what she makes. She makes jewelry, and she makes tie-dye shirts, or did make tie-dye shirts. I don't know if she still does, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. And of course I know the phone is on. Yeah, it's on, but there's no one calling. But that's okay. I don't want to deal with those horrible people again. Yeah, well, unfortunately you gotta get them. Sooner or later. More later than sooner, I hope. Tell me about it. Alright, let me just check something here. Let me just check something here. Okay, yes, the phone number is listed on the bottom of the screen. Okay, just checking things. And I don't like contacting people I don't know on Facebook because it's creepy. Yeah, that's understandable. I'm not really into that either. But I'm sure there are videos that you can try watching on how to make that stuff, and getting that's what I would do is why don't you look on YouTube for making tie-dyes, and it's spelled T-I-E space D-Y-E, tie-dye. That's T. Let me spell it for you just so you can find it, because I know you have a hard time with English. I mean, it's writing. Okay, it's called T. Okay, gotta make sure I get it in the screen here. There we go. T-I-E-D-Y-E. That's what this okay, it's clothing, because you can... Okay, so if you want to make some tie-dye clothing, I'm sure you can find some videos on YouTube, people of peace, doing that, as well as I'm sure there are other pieces. I listened to your life story before on your channel. Okay, I listened to your life story before on your channel. It seems familiar. Which life story are you talking about? Because I've read some of my story, but I've also covered a lot of other things too. And let me just read. So, unfortunately, I'm planning on leaving home as well, as because I went through a very bad, hard childhood with a lot of abuse and pain. I need to start fresh. I want to live healthy. Okay, well, first thing I would do is you need to plan ahead. Don't just walk out the door without a plan. That's from personal experience. That's from my own personal experience. Don't go out there without a plan. Gotta have a plan. And it's the most important thing you gotta do. If you don't have a good plan, you ain't gonna... You're really not going to be able to cope. And that's something to remember at all times. So, a key to your success is a good plan. And that also means possibly going to university and studying for career choices that are going to be a good way to get started in the business. Well, right now, if you're going to be trying to find a job, being in the city environment is going to be the first thing you're going to need. Now, I grew up in the country, so I'm a country kid. So, for me, country's where I'm from. It's almost like the song by Donnie Fargo, Country's in My Jeans. Yeah, well, unfortunately, even I lived in the city for a while. Oh, it's possible, but first thing is I wouldn't really worry about that right now. I mean, if you do something really stupid, like a bad plan, you're going to end up dying of malnutrition and starvation first. So, I think the first thing you need to do, I'm going to 6 months of college for educational assistance. Well, most college courses are about 2 years, especially. So I would go ahead and get your BA or BS in education, which is a 2-year schooling. You probably can get financial aid, so okay. Yeah, but still, you're going to still need to study and get your certificate for education, because they teaching is a hard enough job, but they want paperwork, and certification is essential for that. So that's exactly what I would do, is plan ahead, do the right thing first. Don't make mistakes and do the wrong thing and then totally screw it up. So right now we have no comments on the let's see, the salary is $2,500. $2,500 what, a year? Or $2,500 a month? Yeah, but you know what? Well, limit yourself. You know, there's no reason why you should limit yourself. Study for the best you can. Keep studying. Don't shortchange yourself and just go for the minimum. Go for everything. Go for the complete teaching certificate. You're gonna want it because it's going to be something in some communities that need teachers, and teaching assistants, of course, are good to have too. But if you have a full teaching degree, you have more opportunities to you, and that's important. Oh, okay. Oh, bands, huh? Would you like to be the first one to receive my wrench, Mr. K? Well, yeah, but that's still gonna be a lot of work to do that. To keep up with all that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, even a teaching assistant job isn't really necessarily easy, because you may have to deal with a lot of things as well. And like you said, renting an apartment is expensive. And while $2,500 a month is more than I make, depending on what kind of apartments you said are available in your area, Montreal, yeah. Toronto, Montreal, yeah. Yeah, well, you need to get the kind of requirements in order to get a good teaching education. You could get a 2-year course at a community college to start with for now, and then because you gotta need that certification. You can't teach without the certification. You gotta have that. That's obvious. Even if you're a teaching assistant, you know that. So you're still young. You still have a good chance right now. What I would do is, yeah, that's not uncommon, unfortunately enough. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. $900 minimum for a studio apartment. That's what I've seen. Boston was something similar. And New York City is, forget about it. I'm paying $700 a month, but I live in the country, so I still pay you know, a lot of my money out of my 1230. What was it? 1234? 1230? It went up a bit. It went up a bit, but I keep forgetting the news numbers. But so, yep. And Mr. Brian K, I would suggest, just to say something to you for real quick here. I read your comment. You have been totally incorrect in so many ways. I'm just going to say this right now. One, I was prepared for the stream 5 minutes before I started. The second of all is that I thought that some of your notes were just a little bit uncalled for. And, well, that's true, but, you know, doesn't mean you have to support, I mean, doesn't mean you have to drink the Kool-Aid, if you get my drift, okay? You don't have to fall for that crap. You know better. So, you can just resist it, you know? You don't have to follow that crap. You know, weed it out. You know, just don't fall for that stuff that they're telling you. If you don't think it makes any sense, just ignore it. You're going to school to focus on learning the requirements to meet your certifications or your bachelor's, or, you know, eventually your associate's degree. Actually, your AS degree and AA degree. So, you know, associate's degree in science, associate's degree in education, or liberal arts degree. But you gotta, you know, just focus on the things that you need to learn. Just, you know, you just have to just ignore the crap that they're teaching that doesn't make any sense to you. Okay? I know what you're saying, but you don't have to fall for the crap. That's all I'm trying to say. And right now, let's see who's on here right now. Besides Brian, I see his moniker up here on my screen, but he's not speaking much right now. Let's see. Yeah, he's just listening. He's not actually talking. That's good. Maybe he might learn something new. So, like I said, Brian K, as I read your comments, and I'm going to tell you something. I already shared them with people of peace. So, let me just tell you what I got to say about them. They are so full of vitriol that it was laughable at best. Like, one, you ban/censor your audience. No, I haven't been. But you know what? You ever talk to me again like that, you will be the first to receive my heavy wrench. You did not prepare for live streams. Wrong. I was on the already set to go 5 minutes before. 3, you don't respond to feedback. Wrong. I respond to comments every day. 4, Rhonda. She was just on and she didn't really have much time to talk because she's dealing with personal matters. 5, you don't archive the entire chat. Oh, excuse me, but this is also being archived up on Twitch too, so right now. So don't tell me that, because it's going on both sites right now. 6, you don't believe in God. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I believe in God. Beaver time good, brainwashing, are you kidding me? Well, I think he's talking about people Priest's comment. Yeah, I think so. Your band is E-begging. Sorry, that's not a brand, guys. 8, you attract people like people of peace. Nothing wrong with people of peace. Really. So, Brian K., and I love this one. You cater to the lowest common denominator. You talking about yourself, Brian K.? I love that one. You ramble about boring YouTube policies. No, not this time. Only the point is that Um, you know, so who's guys to come along and be okay? People peace. Who's the guys? Who's this guy to come along and be all bossing your town? You talk about Brian K? Or are you talking about someone else? Well, I'll tell you one thing I know. Brian K says you don't believe in God. Last time I checked, he was an atheist and made fun of people. Actually, he says he's Jewish, but that's okay. Yes, that's true. He is looking to leave. And, you know, that's one of the things that I gotta admit that probably really kind of makes me a little bit angry. Is that, you know, you got these people out there and they say all these horrible things about people. And the people that they're saying things about, most of the time, they don't even know the people at all. They say things based on conjecture, and then those people, of course, get rightfully upset because, well, you know, they say, like, how can he say that about me when they doesn't even know me? And, oh, I got an interesting email here. I'm going to look what it says here. Just looking at an email I got here. Okay. I understand the hard work you put onto your ears and channel. Let me explain what's going on. Oh, in case you did want to know about the newest YouTube notes about what's going on in the channel Krantz, I just thought I'd explain this to you. Just got this fresh from YouTube. Good day, thank you for contacting YouTube channel creator support. I can understand your hard work you put into your videos and channel, and let me explain what's going on. The new requirement applies to existing channels who are currently part of the YouTube Partner Program. If you are below the 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers thresholds, ads will stop running on your channel. Will not stop running on your channel until February 20th, 2018. If you reach the new threshold before that date, you will not be removed from the program. As you have mentioned, you have been a YouTube creator since 2010. Unfortunately, with only 10,000 views to go on, we still saw some bad content slip through the radar and monetize, often at the expense of good creators. You talking about my content? No, I don't think so. Okay, unfortunately, with only 10,000 views to go on, we still saw some bad content to under the radar and monetize, often at the expense of good creators. The update strengthens our requirements and gives us, he's talking about the initial, okay, channel views, which I got more than that, okay. This update strengthens our requirements and gives us more info on channels that are trying to get around our safeguards and abuse the system. For your earnings, payments from YouTube earnings are still sent out on a monthly basis as long as the payment exceeds the local payment threshold. Upon checking on your account, it seems that you haven't reached that threshold yet, and that's why you haven't been paid yet. You'll still need to reach the payment threshold to be eligible to get paid. Now, if you fall below the new monetization threshold after February 20th, 2018, you will no longer see a dollar icon next to your videos in YouTube Manager, but you can go to your monetization page on Creator Studio to reapply for monetization. Once your channel reaches the new threshold, your channel automatically is reviewed to make sure your content adheres to the YouTube Partner Program policies YouTube terms of service, YouTube spam policies, and our community guidelines. If you successfully monetize your channel again, your succeeding earnings will add up to what you already have that you're eligible to be paid. I'd like to add that this change should not prevent you from growing your channel, as less/more ads on a video is not used as a signal to search and discovery. Okay, so it goes on and on and on and on and on, and oh god. Alright, so doesn't sound like they're going to be adjusting. Okay, okay, people, peace. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound depressing. There's a lot of unis in college that teach kids good stuff, but there's a lot of good. All I am saying is don't be naive. Okay. Well, I don't know if I can totally disagree with that Beaver Time, because I'm talking about Beaver Time's original comment up here. He says, I disagree with whoever said that university institutes brainwash pupils. A lot of the universities, especially those with a strong liberal slant, have been trying to promote liberalism, liberal teachings, instead of encouraging the students to use their own head to think things through. This has been proven many times over and over again. Okay, people, peace. I also have a lot of property background in my homeland, not because I'm rich, but because we have a lot of dead family members. But the problem is, there's no job, so I'm screwed. Well, why don't you see if you can get in contact with some of your local real estate people and over there in your home country, and ask them to sell some of the land, and then use that sale, the money from the sale of the land, to help pay for your financing. Humanities are not considered sciences, but are still subject to. Well, that's true. The humanities are not considered sciences. And then People Peace says, the Beaver Time says, People Peace, there are plethora careers options in service. For example, high school counselors, advisors, people who help high school kids decide what college to go to and apply to, etc. Okay, but obviously it's one way to either that, or you can always manage to go back, since you obviously have proof of assets, and you could probably go back to your homeland and live on the land. And I'm sure you could probably start a small job of your own. You see, one of the things is like this YouTube channel. Even though, like I said, with the YouTube channel partnership program, it does kind of screw me a little. But on the other hand, my channel right now is not making any money. Physically, I really don't make quite enough on the partnership program. I'm trying to make more money, but I'm like a little short. Okay. I want to be an education assistant. Okay. People, what about leasing the land? That's an idea. Because if you lease the land, you can make some pocket money. And if you got a lot of land, then you can just keep a piece for yourself, and then lease the unneeded land to other people. Especially since with the new climate change going on with the global cooling, there's going to be a lot of people are going to need land for farming. Assuming, oh, it's not land? Okay, so so you're saying it's developed on already. In other words, it's got houses on it. Okay. Well, then you could rent out the houses, and then because I'm sure there are people going to want houses to live in, and because houses are hard to come by. You already know that. What are you trying to do? I'm going to go back and check the other notes. But unfortunately, I don't know how I can scroll back without screwing up everything. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. I have a rather large bit of land, and I lease it to a farmer. And People P says, oh wait, I do have some land. Okay. People Piece, the problem is with the land is that my grandma leased it to a farming company 60 years ago and doesn't even know where exactly our land is. Oh, that's kind of weird. So obviously, the tax assessor in that town would know, because she obviously has their name on the title somewhere, so they should be able to do a land search. Right, an associate's degree. It doesn't have houses on. Oh, I know it's not developed. I understand that. Obviously, the farmer doesn't need a developed piece of land. Farmland. Other than that, it's just houses. Okay. Other than it's just houses with small yards. And he lives in Canada. Beaver time. Yep. Good old Canada. Yeah. But the land is in another country that's not even in. It's in Europe. His family immigrated to Canada when he was very young. So, anyway, Beaver time, People of Peace. What do you guys think of the UK once the Brexit issue is settled and everything's straightened out? Do you think I would do better off in the UK than here in the US, or do you think I should stay in the US? Well, the thing is if you ever went into the UK, you would have to basically either, because of the rules of dual citizenship, the way that the paperwork is you'd have to. Okay, is that my great grandmother's house? Just on the outside. Dry rot. Yeah. My grandmother used to put buckets of clean rainwater from leaks in the roof back when she was alive. Yeah, definitely dry rot. Yeah, definitely dry rot. And that's going to cost money to repair that, because you're going to have to still fix the roof, and obviously no one's been living in the house, so that means that the roof is, you already suspectedly guessed, is shot anyway. And you're probably going to have a black mold problem too. Let's see. Question. Twitter. Nope, it's just from Kirstie Alley. So, I think it's kind of sad that YouTube is still trying to push that one thing with those kind of viewerships. That's going to really send a lot of people over the deep end. I think once all the channels start to dry up, I think they're going to start changing things. Yeah, either they're going to bulldoze it all over and basically take all the broken pieces. Well, that's probably because... Do you know anything about construction work? Because that's a job for you. Get into family trade of construction. My father was a carpenter. My father taught me carpentry, floor laying, electricians. I learned that on my own through school. So, electronics, I learned on my own and in school. Yeah, I understand that. Says we summer I'll Barra every other year. It would be cheaper to relocate south where the cost of living is cheaper. Well, I know that definitely going to London is out of the question. But the problem is getting a dual citizenship, so I can continue to receive Social Security disability until I could find some gainful employment. Because I don't want to go to the UK as basically as a migrant with no work. Where, Mississippi or Arkansas? Oh, okay. I thought you meant possibly in the south of the UK. Public heating over there. Maybe Mississippi or Louisiana. Yeah, but you know what? I still kind of really am not too particularly concerned about the temperature right now. In 2 years, my mother-in-law went through that. What do you mean? When you transfer your situation from the U.S. to the U.K., once you get a dual citizenship visa, I mean, like I said, I want to wait until the situation on the Brexit is kind of nailed out and straightened out before I go to the Home Office and apply for an immigration entrepreneur visa. Because, I mean, obviously, if I could get a company in the UK that'd be willing to take me on as a work visa or something similar to what we have an H-1B visa, that would be fine. But I don't know of anybody in the UK that needs my skills. But right now, the jobs are anywhere in the United States. Okay, I want to wear somewhere warm, but I am absolutely terrified of snakes and all this stuff. Last time I saw one of those, I want to move to the North Pole. Most snakes are most snakes are not really a problem. It's the bugs. It's the mosquitoes and the really a problem. My mother-in-law was receiving SSI. I moved back to Scotland. Her SSI ended after she was in Scotland for 2 years. Yeah, but only thing is, I really, really don't want to go down to Mississippi. I lived in Arkansas for a while, back in 1988. It was nice, but I really kind of liked, being in the north. But, well, I don't actually know much about sunlight. But I did tell you about a few other people. Sunfell is a person that doesn't have a YouTube channel. Celia Fenn is in South America. Her family kicked her out of her home and called her disabled because she prayed the rosary. They thought she was crazy. That's kind of stupid. Really? I have a friend that I mentioned him on my YouTube channel before, and some people kind of got a little bit cross about him because they couldn't see why I still see him as a halfway decent person because he's homeless. And he's a highly religious guy. And, yeah, I'm probably signed up registered in a lot of sites. I haven't really checked all the channels I'm on because I've been weeding out a lot of extra channels. I got on so many channels that I was trying to clean out some of the extras. If you can make a list of pros and cons, what do you want? Well, you can tell really to get what you want. Well, let's put it this way, right? At this moment, it's not really necessary for me to move at this moment, so it's not like I gotta really worry about it like I'm in a time crunch or something. And like I said, I'm gonna kind of wait until the situation with Brexit is resolved first, and so I'm going to try to get the situation with Brexit resolved first. And then I can start talking about going to the UK. Well, you haven't made a list of pros. Okay. Even my high schools. Oh, well, yeah. That's true. You know, Beaver Time, I got a question for you and People Peace. Now, you guys clearly are in different gamuts of the political spectrum, so to speak. Now, I know that some people keep telling me that they see that Donald Trump is trying to divide the country. But I wonder if the division is not necessarily because of Donald Trump, but rather because we're entering a time when the evil forces are, which is the devil and Satan and his minions, the demonic forces, are trying to, still trying to protect their assets. In this case, the United Nations and stuff, and the Bilderberg, the group of Rome, and a bunch of others are still trying to kind of control. And yet, when you got someone like Donald Trump, which is part of the kingdom of God, I wonder if they're still angry and the people don't like the fact is that he represents the forces of good and they represent the forces of evil. And I got a feeling that I'm going to be getting a flame war going in here, and I don't want that, but I want to just get a quick and dirty opinion of what you both think of that. Do you think that the United Nations, the Bilderberg Group, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, let's not forget the Paris Treaty, the Paris Accord. Paris Accord, it has nothing necessarily to do with Trump, but yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, Beaver Time, you're an educated person too. I mean, you studied in university. Why is it that everybody hates Trump? What did Trump is bringing to us back to this country? And I know that the liberal media is trying to say he's a disaster, but it seems like he's doing more good than bad. I mean, he was able to, the Republicans were able to defeat the Schumer shutdown today. Beaver Time says, I don't think Trump is trying to divide this country. I think he is voicing his own opinion, which is divisive and kind of giving tact permission for everyone else to speak up. Well, that's what I'm saying. It helps because, I mean, you guys seem to both be kind of knowledgeable of the field. But, I mean, like, it seems like the Women's March, that there was all this there was like some women that were totally wanting to still kind of be the American housewife, and in the sense that they wanted to basically be under some man's thumb. And yet, in another sense, there was other women. They were like the ones what they call the pussy hats. They were saying is like that they wanted to support the liberal agenda, and yet there's also some women in the Women's March that want to support the conservative agenda. And yet, on my channel in November, we had so much hatred going on in here. I remember it was like I almost need to cut it up with a chainsaw. It's that bad in here. Yeah, people be so, yeah. Okay, well, so am I. Michelle's a nerd too. Yep. Actually, Michelle's a bit of a geek, but that's okay. Cat. Let me just, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the facility. So, just saying, talk about yourself. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And, yeah, someone, Agenda 21, that's gonna get kind of hard to explain it in one sitting. It has to do with the United Nations Sustainability Project. If you research it, just go on to YouTube or Google to search Agenda 21. There's probably even videos specifically on Agenda 21 as well. So, yeah. They hate Trump because of Agenda 21. As long as he's president of the USA, Agenda 21 won't be happening. Well, it's not happening anyway because of two reasons. A lot of European prime ministers and the European Union is collapsing. Right now, Germany is in a government shutdown, and has been in a government shutdown for over 4 months. Most people here in the United States don't know that. That's why Angela Merkel hasn't been doing crap. Yet, the German economy is still coming along, even without the her government running in the things in the Bundestag. So, and what else? The agenda, as I said, Agenda 21. And also, while you're at it, there's a few things. There's an update called Agenda 2030 as well. Well, they were kind of trying to push Agenda 21 with Barack Obama, and it obviously when Donald Trump came in, that kind of change things, because also with Donald Trump getting out of TPP, they kind of lost a lot of control. And we're working with the Paris agreement to try to take control regulations of energy and fuel. And so yeah, and the same thing was going to happen originally to the UK. That's the reason why the UK kind of wanted to get the hell out of the European Union. Besides the fact that the European Union was creating all kinds of regulations against Westminster that Westminster didn't want to deal with. The fact is that they were basically trying to find ways to destroy the British government. I'm a monarchist. Well, it's funny you should mention that, because I'm still working on Winterville. The problem is that trying to see how the character Queen Michele is going to deal with all the issues that is affecting Winterville, while the surrounding towns are all considered democracies, and they all have a first selectman and mayor in the Queendom of Winterville. In other words, she was very specific. She did not want to change the individual towns' government. She just wanted to focus on Winterville's. So she left New Hereford, Berkhamsted, Norfolk, Colebrook, and alone. Those they still have their own existing government. Okay. Well, I understand. Okay. It means laughing my ass off. LMAO. Another one is ROFL, rolling on floor, laughing my ass off. Okay, got it. Yep. But still, is anybody who studied history would know that absolute monarchies can be a real problem for so many ways. Especially if the monarch is, is disposed of, or if you know what I mean, that killed off. That means the whole entire economy goes right down the shitter. The whole the whole government goes down the shitter. And if they have any heirs of secession, forget about it. Especially unless things are consistent. I'm very excited about Harry and Meghan wedding. Not as interested in Beatrice. I don't know anything about the marriage of the royal family. I kind of lost track. I do know something about them, but I kind of lost track of all the stuff that's going on with the royal family of the UK. There's so many things going on. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it's 8:28 p.m. Yeah, it's 8:28 p.m. And actually, the royal family is mostly connected with the royal families of Europe. In fact, a lot of the Queen, it's possible, you'd be surprised how much all the different forces, such as the Illuminati, are connected, like the Group of Rome and the Bilderberg Group and things. You'd be surprised. But anyway, like I said, if anybody wants to know, we will be on tomorrow at 7 o'clock. For those of you in Twitch land, I'm not sure we're going to do a Twitch stream because, unfortunately, as I said, I don't think Twitch is on, Restream.io is on the wait list for T-Mobile's binge on, so I don't want to potentially use up all my data stash. So, yes, we can, I guess. Yeah, we can. Might as well, right? Might as well continue to 9. It's not going to matter that much. It's only doing it 640 by 480 anyway, by Okay, yeah. So, yeah, we can go on for that. Let me just explain to you guys, both of you, what's going on. We are connected to the different things here together. So, Beaver Time, I'll talk to you later. And anybody else who's watching this, even if you're not in the chat here, I want to let you know that we are still here. We're going to be here until about 9 o'clock. And we are, of course, on the Twitch side of things. We are still connected to Twitch. And what else? See, what are you looking for? I want to see how we're doing here as far as timelines go. Because, you know, this has been a very successful stream. I'm very happy with the performance. Flying? What do you mean? Wait about flying. Wait about flying? What does that mean? I have no idea. Could you explain that? Because I'm a little confused right now. What do you mean by wait about flying? I think he means what about flying. Oh, what about flying? Flying where? Two votes for Michelle. Yep, 2 votes for me. I fly across the Atlantic from Montreal, Canada, New York, and Chicago is usually around $900 to $1,200 in return. Yeah, and that's the hotels, that's where it gets you. But if you need family, you don't need hotels. Yeah, now if you don't have family in all those areas, that's the problem. You know, because you're still going to have to realize that not everybody has families every stop. Of course, I don't have any family. I'm the last of my line, basically. So I have to do everything on my own. I've been doing it that way for years. I have a love-hate relationship with it, trust me. I really kind of would like to have had, you know, family to help that I can call on if I need to get help out of a jam. But unfortunately, I don't have that, so I have to do everything on my own. Right, well, you understand that. I have extended family in one European country, but it's not the country I want to go to. Not that I would have any problem going there, except I can't speak Norwegian to save my ass. Okay, I don't even have the ability to speak Norwegian too well. Yeah, but as long as you speak English, see, that's just it. If you speak English, most country, you left you. Well, my mother kind of threw me out of the house, so. Actually, Michelle went to college at the time her father was alive, and her father was very cooperative and really, really loved Michelle, but her mother just didn't like Michelle for some reason. So Michelle just, when her dad died, that was the last of the real family that she had to talk to. I mean, I do have my extended cousins here in the United States, but unfortunately, they don't really talk to me much. Well, I'm sure you probably did see that in my old video, but I never went into a lot of detail. I don't really want to go into a lot of detail. You know, it's a lot of personal stuff. But the sad truth is to have your mother tell you to go get AIDS and drop dead doesn't sound really nice, does it? Nope. No, she never did. She still technically has a reason. She has a way to contact me. I live in the same town she does. She lives on the other side of Winsted. I live on the east side. She lives on the west side. We're actually only about maybe about 2 kilometers from each other. Oh, I don't know. Could be, because again, that's related to the Agenda 21 thing. You should do is search for chemtrails. If you need to know how to spell it, because in the United States, the chemtrails were part of an environmental experimentation project by the U.S. Department of defense. That was part of a DARPA project, a DoD project, for climate engineering. And if you search, I'm sure that Canada was doing the same thing. So, let's see. I'm just going to type some keywords in for you to understand here. Type in DARPA. Okay. Geoengineering, weather manipulation, it's technically considered an experiment. Also, you may want to search for this word too, because it was being done for that. It was called HARP. It was being used also for climate change work using ultra-high power radio transmitters, beaming signals into the ionosphere. It's also allegedly being used as a military weapon. First of all, before you worry about getting a dog, I think you need to worry about getting yourself settled in before you worry about a dog. So I would definitely worry about getting yourself safe and situated before I worry about getting a dog, because I don't think taking on another responsibility for creatures is going to be easy. You're welcome. And also, you mentioned Agenda 21, but also don't forget the updated one, Agenda 2030. The Kyoto. That's a Kyoto. It's Kyoto Treaty. Treaty. The Bilderberg Group. The Davos Group. Okay. Trying to think of a few others that you might need to know. Actually, you can also check, of course, out Alex Jones. I already know about him, so I don't need to tell you about Alex Jones. And there's more resources than that. I heard the storms that they had in the fall when it was almost 5 stars or almost the Trump states were caused. Oh, actually, I wouldn't know about that because the situation was going on with the weather in Europe, for example, was because of temperature reversion, polar vortex, and the same thing was going on here in the United States in the last month, in early January, was because of a temperature polar vortex inversion. So let's get an idea, because I often forget things too. So writing the notes down always helps. Let's see. Can you think of anything else you want to know about? Let's see. The Bilderberg Group, the Cooper Rome, the Davos Group. People be still talking about the storms in the fall they have, even the Marie and all that. Well, they don't think those are actually caused by any kind of climate manipulation, although there is still some question on about that. But there's just, the weather was just because of the environment, because of the sun. See, now remember, the United States, when Donald Trump got in, he basically had the military, the Department of Defense, through the weather manipulation geostudies, they stopped doing the chemtrails. We don't even have the chemtrails in my atmosphere anymore. We used to have them right crisscrossing my sky here in Winston, and they're gone. Well, we haven't seen any. And because of the weather has just been so cold lately. But I'm ready for it. Michelle's always ready for it. She wears a freaking short sleeve shirt out there without even a jacket. It's minus 5 degrees Celsius. Yes, I do. Unless the wind's blowing, then it gets a little harder. Yeah, well, Michelle does pretty good about that. Alright, so I want to explain to the Twitchers out there, because obviously they're going to be listening to this, is we're not going to be able to do a Twitch stream every night because of I only have so much data stash. And unfortunately, Restream.io is not on one of the whitelisted programs on T-Mobile, which is making this connection possible. Yeah. Well, I live near Eastover, which is a military base. I know what you're talking about. But actually, they are installing this chemtrail mechanisms on commercial airplanes. So they were actually doing the chemtrails using commercial airliners. And Barack Obama was really pushing it. He hasn't been doing anything about since he's been out of office. But you see, that's one of the things that the Democrats were doing, because everybody was trying to support the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. And that's because the reason they did that is they know the truth was that they were doing was a bunch of bullshit. But they wanted people to not be ready for what really is coming, which is that the climate is going to be getting colder. So, they remember, if you go study the Georgia Guidestones. Oh, here's another one for you. Let me write this down. GEORGIA Guidestones. Okay. The first commandment is keep world population at no more than 950 million. Is it 950 million people? Yeah. So, which means the rest of us are going to end up being put in little body bags. Also, you should check out FEMA camps too, because they are real, and which are actually, some of them have gas chambers in them, and some, of course, killed by hard labor. So you gotta check those two things out also. And in the FEMA camps, there is, in the United States, is broken into 9 districts. And there's a FEMA camp in every one of them. Connecticut has one. Massachusetts does. We're in the same zone anyway. So, yeah. Oh, yes. You forgot the guillotines and rail cars? In railroad stock cars. Okay, yeah, they got those too. They got portable head choppers. Really? Yeah. Yeah. So I get proof of them too. And also they have what they call grave liners stacked up in the lot, and let's see, conspiracy theory with I forget what his name was. Yeah, another guy. Yep. And well, that's good that she's a lawyer, but I don't think that's really necessarily going to help much, because you can bet that the lawyers are going to be the first ones that they're going to kill off. I didn't study it yet. I kind of got wrapped up in everything else with the shutdown and the news about what's going on, and I got so physically tired, I just kind of crashed. Between the headlines with Gary Franchi Live is just started on the Next News Network right now. Have you ever checked out the Next News Network? It's called Gary Franchi, the Next News Network. You should check him out too. And he's on the air right now. So Gary Franchi's on live right now. So we can find out how to find this. No, I don't have any way of putting it in here. But he's on YouTube, obviously. Well, he's on YouTube. Just search for Next News Network. Just search for the Next News Network. And like you also mentioned, Infowars.com. Right. Side broadcasting. Adapt 2030. Ice Age Farmer. I'm trying to think of other channels you might be interested in. Oh yes, this is a spiritual channel. I'm going to give you this one. Rebecca Marina Messenger. She sometimes just goes by Rebecca Messenger. Okay, that's something else to check out. Those are just a few links. You might want to check them out on YouTube. They might be of use to you to help you. Anything else? Oh yes, in 5D. In 5D. Sorry, I know I forgot one. Then there's also channels like you mentioned, like Cecilia Fan and BP Earth Watch. There's another reliable resources for you. So those are some of the examples of other channels I would check out if you get a chance. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, guys, tomorrow is, of course, the Monday. We're going to start at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Or Tuesday, I'm sorry. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. We'll start at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We're not going to be streaming on Twitch because of the reason is that, unfortunately, Twitch is, as I said, is not part of the I forgot what that's called there. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Benchan, thank you. It's not part of Benchan. So, unfortunately, if you're watching this on Twitch, you probably are. I forgot what that's called there. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Benchan, thank you. It's not part of Benchan. So, unfortunately, if you're watching this on Twitch, you probably. How do you stop this thing? Jane, how do you stop this crazy thing? I don't know. I forgot what that's called there. Oh, that's not how. No, that's not how. Nope, that's not how. Thank you. It's not part of Benchan. So, unfortunately, if you're watching this on Twitch. That's how. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to tell you what, people, peace. I'm going to get ready to wrap this up for tonight. But I will see you tomorrow and anyone else tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some more content. And for now, I'll see you later. Okay? Do me a favor. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything stupid. And, of course, I hope you all have a nice night. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Michelle's now I gotta hang up the damn phone. Well, now I gotta go to the hangout channel first, so let's go to the notes. Go to the notes. Go to the notes. Go to the notes. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.